Liar. Hello, hello, this is your drummer. This is Lucassdrummer, broadcasting live from Black Node Studio, Halden, Norway. Welcome, guys. Today's 22nd of July 2023, Saturday. And I am totally exhausted. Been up for right now around 11 hours. And I've slept only 4 hours tonight because of many things that happened, mostly work related. But besides of that, I've been away from the drums for some days right now. So I did not practice at all. And this might be a nice opportunity to make the live stream entitled What to Practice When You Are Exhausted. As I am right now. Because I feel like collapsing soon. On top of that, I did a 2-hour long, extremely heavy workout, arm wrestling workout yesterday. So now, today, my arms and shoulders are sore as hell. Yeah, I did pull some heavy weights. Been training my pronator muscle, which is the inside of forearm, responsible for inside rotation of your forearm in both hands. But the right one, I think I've overstrained it a little bit. So yeah, it might require some rest and restitutions for a couple of days before I can hit the dumbbells again. And heavyweight training plus extreme drumming, they do not really fit each other, one might say. But I'm going to try and prove it wrong. This might be probably the last thing I'm gonna do tonight, and I'm not really sure how long the session is gonna take, but I think this might be pretty interesting for you. So, in the present state, as I am right now, pretty much exhausted. I have had proper meals today, that's true, so I should have some energy. I had some coffee to give myself a kick and not to fall asleep too early. But let me go ahead straight to the point and show you what I have prepared for you today and for myself. Right. So I have 3 favorite drummers of all time. The first one of them, as some of you might know, is Richard Christie, the ex-drummer of Death. He played on the last Death album, The Sound of Perseverance. So yeah, that's number 1. He's not too extreme. He's not too fast. He's not full of triggers and like crazy 16th notes drum rolls throughout the entire set and killer double bass patterns or killer double bass rolls in 250 plus. But he is number 1 for creativity, style, finesse, and the ideas he brought to metal drumming, you know, like incorporating jazz elements and very different style of chops he presented throughout his whole career. You know, he's been a drummer for multiple bands: Death, Control Denied, Iced Earth, Charred Walls of the Damned, Burning Inside, just to name the few. Number 2, Renaud Hillingsjø Killerich, a Danish drummer, death metal drummer, extreme death metal drummer. He's retired right now. but he might be known from bands such as Panzerchrist, Vile, Old Man's Child, and Dimmu Borgir, and for example, one of his last bands he's been drumming for, Hate Eternal. And the third of my top 3 drummers of all time is Pete the Feet Sandoval, ex-Terrorizer, or present-day Terrorizer as well, Morbid Angel, and I Am Morbid. So, just to begin with, a combustion, like a proper mixture of the styles of those 3 guys, Richard Christie, Reno Killich, and Pete Sandoval, was my goal, and still is, and it always has been. I admire the style of those 3 guys, and I thought if I was able to make like a bomb mixture of those 3 styles, which is finesse, jazzy style, dirty, combined with extreme tempos on the kick drums, super fast rolls, tom snare rolls, and Reno Kileri's endurance and his approach to drumming, like, this would be me. And it has been evolving throughout the entire time, ever since I've started to play drums. So, again, I'm super tired today. I don't feel like doing much. The best thing for me right now would be to just lay down in bed and fall asleep and recuperate after nearly 2 days of, doing things constantly, all the time, if not physically, then mentally. But I'm curious. I would like to test a thing or two. So what I've prepared for you today is one of my all-time favorite songs by one of my all-time favorite bands, featuring one of the 3 of my favorite drummers of all time. And today's drummer is gonna be Pete the Feet Sandoval. The band I'm talking about is called Morbid Angel, and the album, the song I'm gonna jam over today, is entitled God of the Forsaken. It comes from an album entitled Gateways to Annihilation, which is my favorite album of the band. It's got Eric Rutan from Hate Eternal on other guitar, which is totally crazy. Eric Rutan being one of my top 1 guitar players of all time. So he's totally my freaking hero when it comes to guitar, and what he did in Morbid Angel and what he does in Hate Eternal and now Cannibal Corpse is just mind-blowing. It's just a perfect guitar player. And I'm honored to have had the chance to talk with him face to face once. So the freaking song, I think it's the most extreme song from the album. I don't really know whichever of the guitar players, if it was Trey or if it was Eric Rutan himself who wrote the riffs for the song. It's just crazy. The way they count, the way they write, the style of the riffs is totally against everything. And the drums that are put on top of the riffs are such a different story, The music lives on its own. So I would like to play for you just the intro of the song so that we just don't get demonetized for copyrights or stuff. But it already starts in a freaking nice way, which I enjoy whenever I hear this, whenever I have heard this, because I've never played over this song before, and I'm going to try to understand what's happening and show you my way of thinking. How do I approach new things, let's say? But I've already known that song for years, but I've never tried to analyze what's happening and the counting. And once I've got a little bit deeper into it, because I had to prepare the click track for the song, I found out about the complexity of it. How weird it is, how unconventional, and how funny. Actually, funny. It is very funny. It's very happy. Anyway, it goes something like this. And this riff goes on and on, and it's like da 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 da. Very weird thing. I don't think, because I also play guitar and I compose riffs and write music, I don't think I will ever come up with something like that. Very happy. And the drums break in a very weird way, break into the whole riff, you know. I had a pretty hard time trying to figure out what's going on there. And building the click track to the song was not the easiest task ever either. Oh, damn. So it's like, and just to clarify one thing, because there are some people that claim that this album has not been recorded by a live drummer, that the drums are MIDI written, and that it's a computer playing them, and Pete Sandoval was only playing them live. But I disagree, because I've checked out the entire song from the perspective of the tempo and how straight and how accurate the drumming is, and it's totally human. Although the drum set is triggered to the core, it's triggered all the freaking ways, maybe except for the cymbals. But it's a human being way of playing drums, and I wouldn't be surprised if it appeared that Pete did track this song in one take and one take only, because there are some incongruities. He falls out of the metronome from time to time. This is why I had to cut the song some places and move it slightly towards the metronome so that it fits, although it was not possible this way as well. I've made 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts for different spots, but still the drums are rushing a little bit or dragging here and there. And the tempo of the song, I'm gonna check out the click track briefly. Yeah, it's 121 throughout the entire thing. So if we're counting in the 16th notes, it's 242 BPM, which is pretty fast. 242. And since I haven't played drums for a while, and no warm-up at all involved, nothing at all, plus the sore feeling and some pain, or maybe slight inflammation in my elbow, in my pronator, in my right hand, I might not be able to hit the tempo today. We'll see. I'm pretty stiff in my wrists, and the fingers, they don't really move the way they should. And there are plenty of quick snare tom rolls, like you have to push it like forward and backward very fast. I might be able to do that, but we'll see. So the initial riff, which is very weird, and then we have like, it continues this way. What has just happened? This part is freaking insane. And you can still hear that the drums, although sound very synthetic, not every one of the strokes is in there, which means that the triggering of because Pete used to use the red D drum triggers. I don't really know which kind of module he did use, but it was not like on the spot 100% for every stroke. You know, sometimes he missed some strokes, but still it remained on the record, making it more humane, which is nice, I think. It's not overproduced the way the present day records are, claiming that the present day drummers can play everything on the spot, you know. And most probably the dude just sat behind the kit, took a few of full takes throughout the entire song and chose the best one. Maybe, I don't know. Haven't been there, haven't seen that, but it sounds like. Yeah, I've missed couple of. I may have missed couple of hits there, but yeah, it grooves. It kicks ass. Let it be. Let it stay. I assume that it was that way. So this sounds really live, and I like it. And it sounds weird because like this fucking drum fill there. It's like what? And the blast beat goes on. And those riffs, it sounds like Rutan. It's very like fluent and wow wow wee pa da ba pa wow wow pa da ba pa wow wow wee pa da ba pa wow wow. Funny thing, funny stuff, very fun to listen to. And the next part. So we have the intro, which is weird, weirdly counted, weirdly subdivided. This super strange drum fill, which is maybe counted in 28th. I don't know, but then there is this freakishly extreme blast beat in 242, one-footed, of course, and those rapid, fast, and long snare tom rolls, like your entire upper body has to work as hell. Alright, further on. Oh, damn. Did you hear that? That's freaking... It's a super simple drum fill, but to make it like groove and bite like this in this tempo, the guy was a goat, and still is. God damn, this riff is like wow, 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 wow. Fun. Pardon me, I'm chewing a gum. I'm always chewing a gum. I'm a gum Chewbacca. And alright, then we had this long blast beat part with those tasty drum fills, snare tom fills, and then. And there's a skank beat, and half the measure of the skank beat is played on hi-hat with the single kick, and the second half, or maybe the last part, the last measure of the second half is with the 16th note double kicks. So tika 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 tik 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 tika 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 tik 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 tik. It's a lot of double bass in there. It's like he's getting ready for a long part, or not letting his right foot rest too much, because most probably something fast is coming soon, so he's keeping it warm at all times. Yeah, that's why. That's why he's keeping himself warm and at the pace, because the blast beat is coming back. So it's most probably it is the same amount of measures on the blast beat with the snare and tom rolls in between as well. It was a bit different feel now, though. Instead of returning to the snare, it just went down through the toms. And then... weird counting again. May have a hard time understanding where the riff starts and where it ends, because the riff is like reversed. It's weird. It's like wow, wow, weep, and wow, 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 whoa. And I don't know if it's a we or a woo, which is 1 or 4. We'll find out. We'll find out. And the skank beat comes back again, so it's like a second verse. And the skank beat is not straight at all. It has not been quantized, that's for sure. And it sounds so humane. Like the kick and snare distance is not 50-50. It's not like strictly in between of each other, you know. You can hear it's a human being like running after this skank beat to groove, which is cool. It's not dragging for sure. Oh, and when those double kicks come in, it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, man. It's crazy. It's extreme. It's death metal. It's a true death freaking metal. For the voices that summon me, oh, typical Eric Rutan on this riff. Typical old school Hate Eternal. It must have been him who wrote all those riffs. Freaking love the guy for the harmonies, you know, the stereo. If you're listening to this song on a nice headset, then you can hear that the right and left guitar, they play different things all the time. They never like duplicate what the other guitar is doing, which is awesome, which is super nice. But we've already gone through one tempo cut, which you didn't even notice because it's so minimal. But if I haven't done that, you would hear, once I would play this record with the click track, that it totally falls out, even half a measure. It's such a huge swing from time to time, and then it comes back in a slow manner, and then it falls out of the click again and again and again, and it returns. So that's how they made this music live and real and true and unprocessed and cool. All right, we move on. This sounds like Trey on the solo guitar, but there comes the blast beat part again. So we have like a simple structure. There's an intro with accents, this weird crazy drum fill, and then we have the blast beat part with the wow wow riff and wow wow rough. And then we have the first verse, and then the blast beat part with wow wow riff, and then we have the second verse, and then we have this part again, the blast beat, wow wow rough. Blast beat, the funny riff, the major riff, I would call it, with Trey's solo on, and we are soon in the half of the song. Oh. And now the riff has switched. It's like wow, wow. It's pretty hard to hear, but if you're listening carefully to the most outer placed layers of guitars, rhythm guitars, ignore the solo, just listen to the rhythm section. Then you can hear wow, and then there's Trey on top of it doing his magic in the very center of the stereo image. And after this, there comes my favorite, absolutely favorite part of the song. Oh, god damn. Which is yeah. It feels weird because it's super extreme, it's super fast, 242 BPM still. Constant double bass, 16th notes, and the bomb blast, which is snare drum and hi-hat. And most probably is played with his right hand on the snare drum and left hand on the hi-hats, alternating 16ths. So unisons with the feet. And I can still hear some incongruities with the footwork. They are not perfectly layered under the what the hands are doing. But it's so extreme, it's so close, that it's so real and so alive that I just love it. I just love it. Pete the Feet for the win. Guys, awesome. And there, this little short tiny stop just right before this blast beat kicks in is so awesome, just at the very end of the solo. Oh, and that's another place I had to cut the track because it did not punch in into one on the next verse. So the solo ends up and there's this micro pause, like it's 1/8 note pause. So tasty, so nice. Just mastery, pure mastery. So it just continues. Instead of making a break, pause, stopping, catching a cymbal, whatever, he just rips and goes on without stopping. It's so pure. It's so metal. Fuck yeah, I love it. My father, the forsaken, the king of blasphemy, they cower at your name, they live in your house, they hide behind your doctrine, that's from the burning eyes, now let them see, thy world, immaculate. And we are at 2:30 point of the song, minus the intro, which, yeah, I had like a few clicks on the very beginning. But at 2:30 it's the first slow down, first breakdown, where Eric Raton comes in with his epic guitar solo. The drums have gotten through the climax, which was the 32 bar long blast beats, constant blast beat, bomb blast with constant double bass with shitload of Pete's signature snare tom rolls. Just savage, pure evil, pure energy, pure power. Like pedal to the metal moment of the song. If I'm not gonna die, then I will try to rip it off with pleasure. But we'll see. I'm getting some adrenaline now just talking and listening through the song. And one can really do that. One can really press during that blast beat, because now you know that right after it there comes this breakdown. So triplet feel 8-note kicks, still 2:42, but we make it 1:21 instead because it's half time. With very slow snares, there are some super heavy toms like hitting here and there. Nothing too fancy, but still Pete Sandoval style. And the solo takes totally over. So let's hear what's happening now. Big toms, huge toms, right cymbal. Oh yeah. It's like a freaking slowed down hip hop beat, or you name it. It's very nice, and it's constant double bass still. Yet no 16th notes, 8-note triplets, slow ride, and the big toms. There was one quick roll on the snare I could hear in the very middle part of the solo, and then Eric Raton climbs to the sky, and what happens next? And there was, by the way, at the very end of the solo, there was another cut in the track to fit in the tempo, and then we are back to the skank beat. So we're doubling the time. So the same story as with the verse 1 and 2. It's a third verse, which comes right after the second solo. It's a second solo. Mark it. And the first one was during the third blast beat, which was played by Trey. And then we had the second solo, slow epic one by Eric Rutan. And then we were back to the skank beat. The skank beat with single foot and 16 double foot work on the last measures of second, fourth bar. Okay, so we're back at the skank. What next? Nice. Pretty long skank. And we're back to the blast beat from the very intro. This weird major. This funny part, this funny riff, this groovy, super groovy, which like drags really forward, moves you forward, grooves and bangs you. It's a total banger, this riff. I freaking love it. I would headbang like a crazy motherfucker if I was at a concert, if I had the chance to experience this one live. But we are at 3:30 mark right now, so we're back at the blast beat and we are heading towards the very end of the song, which is a little climax as well. Let's hear it. Blast beat, 16. Whoa. Well, ain't that weird? It's like, shit, how the hell did they count it? I don't know. I think I'll just take it as it is and try to get lucky with it. But once I manage, I think it will get nailed. It will get memorized, and my muscles will be able to recreate it multiple times, because that's the goal. That's the main goal of today's meeting, my friends. We're gonna jam over this song, and there are two approaches to it. One is just cast yourself on the deep water. The song is 350, by the way, just under 350, so it's a reasonably long medium length as for a brutal death metal song, but this one is pretty intense, except for the very middle part with the breakdown, you know, where Eric Rutan plays his epic guitar solo. It doesn't need to be that extreme, but the rest of the song is. It's definitely the most extreme song on the whole album, and one of the most extreme songs by Morbid Angel ever, I would say. So yeah, we have gone through the entire structure of the song. The ending is freaking weird. Let us hear it once again. So we're back at the blast beat. So it like ends on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's constant double bass, there's shitload of tom work, and there's whatever. Let's hear it again. It's very intense. And the snare drum on 3, I guess.
Let's count again. Oh, so there's no one.
There's no one at the very end.
There's no one.
There is no one at the very end. And let's count it in. And then let's check it out with the click. Where do we start?
It's weird.
It's goddamn weird. It's like reversed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cool. It's reversed. This first freaking riff is reversed, and this 4-tact long drum fill, which feels odd. It reverses somehow the riff. It's not the same in the very intro as the main riff when the blast beat comes in, which is super tasty and nice and difficult for my little brain. It's a challenge. Plus the tempo, plus the intensity, plus the blast beats, plus one footing, plus double bass, plus the solos, plus everything makes this song super challenging to play. Whew. All right, I think I need like 2 minutes break before I go to the live room. You can, in the meantime, you can have a look at my new light setup. I tried to make my drums look nicer, so I got some new angles of the lights. I got some new spotlights here and there. Maybe you will like it, maybe you will hate it. I don't know. I don't really know. But check this out. Hey, some may say it looks totally the same as it did on my previous live streams, but it
Doesn't really look the same. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Na 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 na.
How do you like my growl? I'm sorry for being stupid. I'm just too freaking tired, and I really doubt that I can do anything with this song today. My hands feel like I'm fucking 99 years old. My shoulders are killing me. They're not. I haven't stretched at all after the practice, and I've been pulling a lot, weird angles, heavy weights. Anyway, yeah, let's get back to the picture because there is something I wanted to show you. I cannot really zoom in, but the snare drum is something I have not been using for a long while right now. It's my custom drum. It's my Bertrand custom Lucas custom Blast Master snare drum. All wooden rims, wooden core. The hardware is of course made of metal, and there's this nice Trick Drums USA throw of mechanism, which I really love. It's super smooth and it offers a super wide range of tuning of the snares underneath. You can see a pair of my custom, super rare and weird and available. Well, now they are available to purchase, but there is no other company that makes this kind of drumstick. Groove Custom Drums Drumsticks Lucas Signature Model 5B. And right now I have 3 models out, 5A, 5B, and 2B. And there is one more, a Terminator of a drumstick, a super aggressive, fat ass, big ass deck, 3S, extremely heavy wrist builder marching stick in the making. And yeah, I believe there is gonna be a separate stream just dedicated to drumstick because I love those I love fuck my ass. I love those things. They're extremely nice to play with, and since I've started testing out the prototypes and receiving the ready product for like 2 years ago right now, I cannot believe how comfortable they feel, how nicely weighted they are, because they are super weird when it comes to balancing. I'm not gonna tell you more about it, but in the very dedicated stream, the stream that's gonna be dedicated to groove drumsticks and groove drumsticks only, I'm gonna foretell and tell you the whole story about the sticks, how I came up with the idea to make them, who's making them, where can you get them, and how awesome they are. But how awesome they are, it's enough said that throughout 2 years of my adventure with those drumsticks, there hasn't been a single one that broke on me. Neither live nor in the studio, not even during the practice. The quality is just unbeatable, and they are wooden. They are made of hickory. They are made of first sort of American hickory wood, strictly imported from the USA and made in Poland. Okay, so there are some 2 extra streams of spotlights directed towards the very center of the 2 snare drums. The main snare drum, I did not tell you all I wanted to tell you about it. It's all maple. The shell is maple. It's super thick. It's like 30 millimeters thick torpedo shell with 45 angle edge, and the rims themselves are made of mahogany, both top and bottom rims. Yeah, so this snare drum is very flat. It's pretty much difficult to hit a proper rim shot, so you get a lot of... It's typical drum build for the speeding and blasting purpose, hence its name, Blast Master. It's 13 inches, but the rims themselves, they make it super large because of the thickness of the rims. So they are at least 14 inches. I have to use a 14-inch soft case for the drum, but it miraculously fits into a 13-inch hard case, which is very special. And as I said, I haven't been using this snare drum for a while now, and I did not change anything in the sound setup, so it's the same mic setup. It's SM57 in the bottom, SM57 on the top. From here, I think I have to double check on the bottom mic if it did or didn't slide. No, it did not. I thought I moved it slightly when I was changing the snare drums, but I did not. Clever me. Good boy. I deserve a clap in the shoulder for this smooth change. And yeah, I believe you're gonna hear this snare drum sing live first time ever on my YouTube channel. I've been using it for some videos, but those were, well, I believe those were some studio recording videos with a lot of compression, EQing, and whatever the hell you name it. And here you are going to get strictly raw sound directly to your eardrums. Hello, Yaro. Shema. We don't need anyone else. I believe there are gonna be at least 100 people watching this bullshit stream once it's over. Thank you for the like. You're very kind and nice. So, yeah, I feel like I'm soon going to die. So let me take a brief pause. Let me go out and have a breath. And I'll be back and play the freaking song with a click track and try to learn it, jam over it, and freaking kill it. Because I fucking love it, and I will not allow myself, even if I'm dead tired, I will not allow myself to butcher it. I'll most probably take a couple of rounds just to warm up and get acquainted with the tempos and the changes and the motifs and the fills and the feeling and the groove and the conjunctions, the way the patterns are joined with each other, and just to feel like what I can give in which part to preserve energy to be able to play throughout the entire song. So this is gonna be a challenge. I know it already. It's not gonna be easy at all. It's a very demanding song, and yeah, let's take a couple of minutes break. Enjoy the view of my ugly mug. In the meantime, see you soon.
Gonna tell old Mary about that could shown. You can see all the music body as a lot follow, baby. Yeah, baby. Whoa, baby. There is not for the night. Well, lost all soldiers, middle speech is gone. Everything that I can do it all, baby. Yeah, baby. Whoa, baby. There is not for the night. Control with the bullhead solid. It doesn't matter, coming and the down on me.
I am back. Okay, of course, I don't feel ready at all, but let's just try. I'm gonna sit behind the drums. I'm gonna loop the song, play it a couple of times just to warm up a little bit, understand it, and test out where I am with my body, with my shape, with my elbow inflammation, which is pretty bad. When I'm turning my arm like this way, it hurts like hell. It hurts really like there in this inside part of the forearm. I can feel it. It's bad. But screw it. I'm not playing with this muscle. I'm using my wrists mostly, and it's a downward motion mostly, plus some finger action. So I'm just gonna warm up a little bit and see how it goes. God of the Forsaken, Morbid Angel from Gateways to Annihilation album. Freaking Pity Sandoval's drum lines. Crazy stuff. But the aim of the practice is I want to build my self-confidence. After not having played for a while, I've been staying away from the drums for at least 4 days now. And I slept super little last night, around 4 hours. And I've right now been up for, in 10 minutes, I'm gonna be 12 hours on my feet and as awake. Okay. Let's move on to the Cubase. We have the project ready. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. More volume. Da-da-da. I could, of course, obviously, I could slow this down, but I will not, because I am stupid. I'll see. Maybe I'll compromise myself. I don't know, but I'll take it very easy at first and see what I've got. So there is a little empty space just after the song for me to catch a breath, maybe sip some water. I'll try 2 takes in a row. I'll take it easy at first and warm up a little bit. Let's see where we are. So it's take 1 on this freaking monstrous song. I'll play it from somewhere around 3 minutes to get ready. 3:20. And I will of course check out the volume, the balances and stuff. Let me see the monitoring for the live room. If it looks okay. If it's on or off. I can see the most of the stuff is connected. I'll check out your monitoring. Looks good to me. I hope you're gonna hear what I'm playing. If not, then I'm so sorry, but it is what it is. Okay, see you on the other side.
warm up, huh? Try again. Oh. Ooh. Shit.
Okay. Alright, this freaking final part of the song. This is not the piece of cake, I must say. But I've definitely woken up. I got my arms pumped like hell. My right foot is already ready to go. My wrists are getting back at it, so I think that after just like a minute pause, I'll be ready to rip it. I'll be ready to save enough energy to push through the entire song pretty comfortably. As always, I've taken it very easy from the very first second. Oh, shit. What a. Well, I'm wondering a little bit about the sound, but there's none of you there to give me any feedback, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna continue like this. On my end, I feel like the sound of the music itself is a little bit too thin. Yeah, because it's equalized. I will remove the equalization totally because it was too thin, wasn't it? Didn't you feel like? I did feel like it was missing something. It was missing bass and punch. It was only like a lot of noise. I played straight from La Memoria. It escalated pretty fast. But I like the song. I freaking love it. I like how it's built. I like how it pushes you. I like how demanding it is. I like the parts, how robotic they are, because they are robotic. There's not too much place for anything else than the things that already are there. So I don't know. I'm gonna continue until I'm happy. Until I'll be like, all right, now I feel like I've done the work I was supposed to do for today, and I deserve to rest. And I believe, based on the two first. Hello, Benny. Thanks for the feedback. We'll check the sound again because I've now removed the equalizer, which was making the sound, the music, a little bit too thin for my taste. And maybe I was missing out on my kick drum a little bit, so I'll just put it up a notch like that. And the Blastmaster snare drum feels freakishly nice. It's super intense, it's super compressed in itself. I believe the sound punches through the way it should. The blast beat feel like butter. I'm not fighting against the drum head. It's not loose, it's not too tight either, so the drum's not ringing in a stupid, silly way. And it was a good choice. The wooden snare drum, I really love it, and I've really missed it. Recently I've been using some other snare drums, which are also very lovely and tastily sounding, but I've been using those snare drums on different records I'm working on these days, so I was just using because it was already mounted on the kit. And now I'm using the drum that is made for the purpose of blasting and blasting only. It doesn't have any rim shots, but it does blast like a fucking crazy ass suicide bomber. It does. Multiple times. Pardon. Right. Okay. Before the pump goes away, I think I'll just get back to it. And kick some butt. Okay. 2 rounds in a row again. It might be the last 2 rounds of the day. We'll see how it goes. I have like, how much? 40 seconds pause in between the tags. It's too much. I will say it's 350, 420. 30 seconds. to shake off my arms, to have a sip of water and get ready to the next deck. So let's get to it. Hell yeah. Yo! Now I do feel really warmed up and more comfortable in the song's structure. Yeah. I feel like I soon have it. It's fun to play, it's really fun to play. Really mechanical, really robotic. I freaking enjoy it. I hope the sound was a little bit better now. It felt much fatter, at least for me. Nice. So that was, if I'm counting correctly, take number 4. So a little bit of a backstory now, as far as my sleep deprivation is concerned. Because anyway, I need a couple of minutes rest before the last series of takes. Because I think I'll take 2 more and I'll be done for the day. Anyway, to keep the story short, some people may remember that for 3 years ago I put out a video entitled, it was not drum related video at all, it was entitled How to Quit Smoking. Because I have been smoking cigarettes since I was 18. And I felt like quitting. It was one of the most difficult things for me to quit smoking, so I've motivated myself to quit smoking by making that video and the statement that I am going to buy myself a nice car as a reward for not smoking, for quitting smoking. So I made this public, and there was a disclaimer in the very beginning of the video: if I will come back to smoking, I will have to sell the car. So I bought the car, I quit smoking for some months, but unfortunately I came back to this fucking nasty habit, and I'm still struggling. And I am ashamed of it. I am ashamed of it. That's actually the only addiction I'm struggling with these days. And simply speaking, I've been trying to sell the car. I've been taking pictures of it. I've been making it look nice, although it really does look nice. I'm gonna show you this car I'm talking about. How do I share my screen? Because I believe it's just underneath the OBS. It's not this one, it's not that one. How the hell do I do that? Oh, just like this. Look at this. You may be able to guess what kind of car it is. But I've taken these pictures. This is the very car I'm talking about. It's in perfect condition. And it looks and goes like new. It's simply gorgeous. And it used to be my dream car for some time. And I bought it as a reward for quitting smoking. Yet I didn't keep the word. I came back to smoking cigarettes, so I have to sell this car. So I put out the advertisement on the net. I got it listed, and I was done doing all the job connected to it very early in the morning today, like 6 a.m. or something, and I put out the advert online. It's a goddamn nice car. It's a 2001 Audi C5 SX station wagon, Quattro, 4-wheel drive, 4.2 V8, 340 horsepower, Tiptronic gearbox, awesome sound from the exhaust, super nice driving comfort. Awesome carbon fiber and skin interior, leather interior from Recaro, bucket seats, fully electric. This is the Tiptronic gearbox with the manual option. You can switch the gears on the steering wheel as well. It's a freaking Quattro. You can see the carbon fiber. It's all like mint freaking condition, although the car is 20 plus years old. It looks so awesome and it drives even better. And it's got this awesome stereo and air condition, of course, heated seats, and like, yeah, it was a top-notch model back in 2021. I believe there was only S8 that was cooler than this. And it's got the solar panel on the roof, which is charged by the solar energy, of course, and it cools down the interior while there's super hot outside, so you can get a nice chilled down interior when your car is standing outside. And it's got this backing camera with the screen on the rear view mirror, you know, it's like fully equipped. It's super clean. It looks like brand freaking new. And yeah, it didn't go that much either. I've had it for 3 years now, although I should have sold it for long ago because I started smoking already after 4 months after I quit. And it's a freaking pity because it's such a nice car, and it looks like brand new. It has no rips, no dents, nothing at all. It's just like a freaking new car. Look at it. It's as beautiful in the day as it is in the night. It's totally mint, perfect condition. All the stuff, everything. There is nothing to complain about when driving or looking at this car. It's beautiful. It drives smoothly. It's super fast. As for me, it's not a sports car, but it's a sleeper car, you know, with the V8 engine, you know, in a station wagon. It's both practical and dynamic as hell. You can both drive it like pretty reasonably when it comes to mileage, if you're really mild with the gas pedal, but if you're in a hurry, your range like cuts in half. So yeah, that was mostly that. I mean, that's why I was staying up so long tonight, because of this process of car sales. And yeah, so I went to bed like 6 a.m. and I woke up 10 a.m. because I had a client in the studio. We've been working with some music, recording. So maybe you could spot some guitars behind me and the camera right now. Yeah, anyway, enough about the car. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but there are some guitars standing behind, like acoustic guitar, a nice Les Paul kind of a guitar. Been working on some ballads and some reggae stuff and some pop rock stuff as well. Yeah. So I think I've rested already. Sorry for this boring story, but that's the reason why I've been up for so long, or late, or early in the morning. And there was a guy who has already written, yeah man, I'll give you what you want. I want the car, it's so fucking beautiful. I don't even need to test drive it. I just want it. So most probably it's gonna be sold on Monday. We'll see. But now I feel like dying pretty soon, so I think I'll take 2 last takes of the song, just kill myself, make myself bleed and suffer as much as I can. Wear out those muscles and just take a shower, grab some meal, and lay down in my bed. Alright, let's try again. Morbid Angel, Pity Sandoval's super tight blasting lines for the song God of the Forsaken from Gateways to Annihilation, my favorite Morbid Angel album of all time. Final 2 takes, just to kill the arms. Look at this fucking pump. It's like crazy. Big ass forearms. And the muscle I've been talking about, it's here. It's this one, the round motherfucker. Round big one. It's a pronator. Like hidden back there. It makes you turn your arm this way. So this hurts. Just kidding. It doesn't really hurt when I play. It doesn't hurt at all. I'm using totally different muscle groups and yeah, wrists and fingers mostly. So again, let's fucking kick some butt. Whoa.
take, motherfucker. Final take. Let's go.
All right. I believe this is it for today. Yeah, I enjoyed the practice a lot. So if you have ever wondered what and how to practice when you're tired, whenever you're tired, just go for it and kick yourself in the butt and try to raise the bar and do things you have never done before. Just don't be freaking lazy. Push for the new limits, push for the new borders. Cross them. Go beyond. Maybe you'll fail. Maybe, who knows? You may fail once, you may fail twice, you may fail 50 times. But there comes this one time where you're gonna get it, you know. You're gonna be better, you're gonna be stronger, faster, more durable. You're gonna be able to reach your goals, to do the things you want to do. I don't want to sound like a preacher or whatever, but I may say one or two wise things in between. Be the architect of your own fate, you know? Because you become what you think about. You become what you really want. You become what you believe. You have to have dreams, and you have to aim at fulfilling your dreams. Getting better, getting faster, not giving up. Not listening to whatever others say. Be truthful. And be yourself. Don't act like somebody you're not. Be just your freaking self. And expect great things from yourself. Although there are many that are gonna say or tell you, yeah, give up, you're not good enough, you suck, boo, the other guy is better than you. Fuck it. Do your thing. Be the best version of yourself at all times. Don't give up. And that's it. That's it. That's all I wanted to tell you today. So now I feel like I deserve to get a meal, eat something nice, get a shower, and rest. Tomorrow there's gonna be a lot to do, but I am getting ready for another session. I hope I'm not gonna be tired that time, but this day today helped me a lot to get back on track. I feel like I have some more to give and more to demand from myself. The tempo felt pretty comfortable, but I am aiming at an impossible song that I maybe seen one guy play before. I am aiming at jamming over a song that not many drummers dare to jam over. And that one I will most certainly fail at, but it's coming within the upcoming days. So if I'm lucky enough, I will see you there. While I'm trying not to compromise myself and play the impossible song live multiple freaking times. You may try to guess which song it is. If you guess, just post a comment. Try to find out which song I'm talking about. It's super fast. It's extremely fucking fast. Straightforward, super fast. But by one of the most one of the most admired black metal drummers throughout the recent decades, I would say. He's been out for at least 20 years now, playing extreme black metal. But I want to give it a shot. I want to try it. Maybe I'll make a fool out of myself, but I want to fucking try. Because why not? I'm a crazy guy. I'm trying to do things that we're not supposed to do. But I know that if by any chance I am able to pull that one off at least one time from the start to the end, without getting fucked, without running out of steam, then I will be able to pull off pretty much everything I want. So that's a good reason enough to try, at least. So I'll prepare the project the same way as I did with today's song, which again was super nice, and I'm so happy that I could do it live, you know, because just one simple final digression for today's stream. Today's YouTube videos, Instagram videos, TikTok or whatever videos, they're all edited. There's not much that's real and live. I know I'm not gonna fight the world on my own by going against the stream, but I'm so fed up with all those fucking uber produced videos showing people doing things that they aren't really capable of doing. You know, and they're posting like 5-second long video snippets for stupid fucking idiots that aren't capable of focusing on one thing for more than 20 seconds. And they have to scroll to the next one. Playing drums for joy and for your own hygiene, I think, because that's the reason why I do it. I do it for myself, for my physical and psychic stability, you know. I like it long, I like it the same way, like it should be as good as and long and pleasant as having sex, for example. You know, you have to be passionate, not like 5 seconds and done. You're not a fucking rabbit. You know what I mean? I'm not about snippets. I want to play live. I want to enjoy the moment. You know, when you put me on stage and when I play a live show, no matter if there's like 10 or 50 or 500 or 5,000 people in front of the stage, I do not feel like going off stage after the show. I want more. Unless the drum set I got the opportunity to play that particular evening sucks balls big time. If it's falling apart and stuff, then it's torture. Then alright. But you know what I mean. This is why I would rather post some live stuff the way I really do it, so you can see that how you do things really without editing. That's why you're getting raw sound directly from my fucking preamp inside your ear, not processed at all. It doesn't sound maybe like a record or whatever, but I'm not editing anything. I'm just sitting here talking to you and going to the live room and playing straight ahead. But there are others that do it maybe for money, most probably, and they want to keep up to the standards and edit everything. They want to edit this shit out of the drums, and I'm not gonna give any examples, you know what I mean. I used to edit my drum videos as well, like sound-wise, EQing and compressing and moving maybe some small parts that I fucked up, you know, blah, 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 or clipping because I had like 5 takes, the same way as I did today. Or the live stream number 3, if you're kind enough to go back and look at that one, because it's pretty much the same as I did today. Like, how to practice when you're tired. I was supposed to take it easy back then as well, and I chose one of the most fucked up songs there are, like Keep of Callous in Vengeance Rising. Not many guys can pull that one off either. But I did not edit anything. I just jumped straight at it and tried my best. And it felt so fucking good. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here and you're watching this. I do not intend to complain at all. I'm just expressing my happiness and joy because I can share with you what I love doing. And that's it. I don't fucking love sitting in front of the computer, clicking, editing, and choosing takes and stuff. I would just play play fucking soundtrack or click track or whatever and enjoy drumming. If I fuck up, then I fuck up. Who cares? Everybody fucks up. We're just people, man. I'm not a monster, I'm a human being.
Now I am monster.
Sorry, I'm just a stupid fucker. You know, you get it? You know what I mean? All this pre-edited stuff, I fucking despise it. I hate watching it. I don't even like looking at my own videos from back there that's been recorded in a studio and processed. And people are like, wow, wow. It's not real, man. The final banter of the day. The final fucking banter of the day. And it's fucking important. It's that important. It's that important. I have to fucking blow the horn for it. If you sit forever trying to record your super tricks, tossing, twirling drumsticks, this super extra fucking awesome take on whatever you do that you post on Instagram, TikTok, or ShitTok, or whatever, or YouTube. And you have to do it like 20 times, 5 times, 10 times, 50 times in a row to make this one sit the way it should. Do you think you're able to do the same live, having only one take? Just honestly. You're grooving, you're playing whatever the fuck the rhythm can be, and you come up with this super part. Oh yeah, because my favorite drummer from this or that band, he's done something like that, and I will play it as well. And you try and you try and you repeat and take it again and again and again and again, and you fail and you get fucking crazy and you get annoyed and you start throwing your drumsticks. Throw the idea away, man. Play the thing you get joy out of playing, you know, that you're nearly 100% or 100% certain that you're going to be able to play live again if it's your own material that you are going to play live later. And the banter was not that extreme, and it was not as extreme as it looked like it's gonna be. But you know what I mean? Don't spoil the joy for yourself, you know? Play just because you fucking love it. You don't have to impress anyone. Not trying to impress anyone. I'm just trying to develop myself. And I'm doing it in front of public while there are like 4 people watching right now. What a public! Yay! You're a fantastic public because you are here and you give me the energy and you motivate me to do it. But if you weren't there, I would do it anyway. Because I want to share. I want to share my true love and passion for drumming. And I would like to end this stream this way. So again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support and your time. Pop a comment if you want. If you want to try to guess which song I'm gonna jam over next time. And yeah. Have a fucking awesome rest of the weekend, guys. See you next time. Lucassdrummer, broadcasting live from Black Note Studio, Halden, Norway. I'm out.